Hello, today we're going to be talking about the September energy update, and I'm really excited about this month, so let's get into it. So September has a lot of beautiful things taking place in it, as well as a lot of triggering things. We are at the beginning of the new earth experience, the new earth cycle, and so there's a lot of things still in the last parts of this year that we need to get rid of, a lot of cycles that are ending, a lot of triggers coming up, a lot of trauma that is being released. One thing I want to mention about this, for a lot of you guys that are like, oh my gosh, I've already released so much trauma, what is this all about? This can also be collective trauma releasing. So even if you are doing a lot of work, releasing this trauma, doing a lot of shadow work, doing a lot of light work, some triggers might come up for the collective, for you to release for the collective. So if you are here, you might be an earth angel or light worker or grid worker, something like that. So just be aware of some of these triggers has a higher purpose than just for you. One thing about these triggers that might be coming up, or these cycles that might be ending here in September, is when you're triggered, you might be really surprised by your reaction, because the baseline frequency of humanity has lifted. Some of these triggers that are coming back up, you are just going to be like, wow, I didn't realize I can handle it that well. Wow, look at me go. Like, it's going to shine. You're going to show the world. We're able to move through these things quite easily because it just no longer serves me. Tuning into these lower frequencies of fear and these continual mind cycles, self-sabotaging behaviors is just not helpful. It's not beneficial to anyone. So our reactions have also increased into a higher baseline frequency, which is awesome. So be ready to be surprised by yourself. So these triggers are coming to the surface to be eradicated, to completely be taken off our planet as something that we need to come back to, something that we need to keep learning from. These are the last triggers for a lot of these things. So a lot of things of fear and manipulation and shame and self-sabotage, a lot of these are going to be coming up this month and maybe in the next month as well, for us to recognize, does this serve me at all? Because I really don't even understand how I thought it served me in the past. But something about this that's happening is we have a huge amount of angelic support right now, a huge amount of interdimensional support, but mainly the angels. They're coming in very, very strong, a lot of guardian angels. So it's as if it's like a huge force, that's the best way I can say it, of angels that are coming in to bring this shame or these old triggers to the surface so that they can be instantly wiped off, no longer needed in this planet. They're going to be wiped off. So whenever you're noticing a trigger, I want you to also call in the angels to help you dismiss them, dismantle that trigger, no longer need it in your reality, and it's going to be wiped off the surface. This time is very, very exciting for healing the world. You're doing amazing stuff. Again, like I said, this needs to be released for the collective, for the whole. So sometimes you might be triggered by things that doesn't even make sense to you, because a lot of things are coming up for the collective, for humanity, for Earth consciousness. We're releasing a lot of these old things. Another thing, September, serpent, snake. September energy is very serpentine energy. It's very snaky, which is perfect because we're talking about, releasing old karmic cycles and coming into a new cycle, right? The death and rebirth. What does the snake symbolize? Death and rebirth. This is also what? The year of the snake. So all of the snake energy is coming very, very strong in the serpentine energy of September. And a lot of these portal activations, snake activation are taking place. So we could also have an increase in Kundalini energy, an increase in our ability to connect with our sovereign state. This is also increasing. So we have that intense density releasing. And so it has to be filled with intense sovereignty and divinity coming into our body. So these serpentine energies, or these snake portals that are opening, are very important for divine change. Grid workers, you may feel a stronger electrical charge in the grid due to these portals, as well as there is much more change energy coming into the grid, much more transformational energy. And these snake portals aren't just going to hit those that know about energy work or know about grid work or know about light work. these snake portals are affecting everyone. This is a massive transformation for all of humanity, even those that don't necessarily know what's going on. So just be aware of that. And this is why earth angels and you guys right now are being called to anchor in this stability and this peace and this grace as we're moving through this time, to show others, to lead by example, that it's possible to be still during these moments, that we don't need to be afraid of ourselves or our own transformation. We don't need to be afraid of change. That's a big thing about snake energy, is change, transformation, death and rebirth. Those that have gone through many deaths and rebirths understand how to work through them now, and this is why you're being called in very strong right now. Earth angels, you're being called to stabilize the grid, stabilize yourself, lead by example. So again, the angels that I had talked about, the huge brigade of angels, ooh, that's a good word, brigade. The huge brigade of angels are coming in and doing a lot of work in the grid as well, in the upper grid. So in the higher parts of our own consciousness, they're doing a lot of activation, piecing some things together. It's kind of like a spider energy, where they're weaving a beautiful grid and a beautiful net for us to connect in with our higher selves and our higher consciousness. Because like I talked about in my last video, we are becoming multidimensional beings, and so these angels are helping create these steps and almost portals into our higher dimension of reality. And this kind of goes into the concept also of our soul coming into ourselves stronger. Again, we are multidimensional beings, interplanetary beings, and yet we've forgotten most of this, and so now is our time to remember all of this about ourselves. And so much of our soul is coming in online. You might feel a lot of energy moving through you. If you're a grid worker or a light worker, you might see it coming through you. But there's a lot of parts of ourself that are expanding. So you might even find that you like things that you didn't like before, or you're experiencing different sensations than you have before. There's a lot of things that are coming online right now. Again, give yourself a lot of grace, because this can come with a lot of symptoms. Actually, this can come with some symptoms like dizziness or nausea or lightheadedness or vertigo, anything like that. It is common for that to be experienced when we are anchoring in higher dimensions into our physical reality. So just be aware of that as well. Again, the angels are here to diffuse the old matrix, so tune into them as much as possible. If you're here, you're probably also an earth angel. So continue just doing what you're doing by living in light, by living in love, by living in harmony. We are changing the world. It really is happening. I'm so excited about this. So again, earth angels, it is your time to shine. Show the world the calm, the stability, the peace that is all within you. You are the leaders of this time. I want you to wear that with a badge of honor. I want you to notice that you might see wings. If your third eye is pretty active, if you see visions very often like I do, you might see wings in you or on you, or see wings in other people. That is a good call that you are an earth angel and that you're seeing earth angels. It's very exciting. And again, quick shout out to me. I do have a merch line that goes all about earth angels. So go check out my link in bio. I have merch for earth angels and to activate other beings into understanding if they're earth angels or not. So go check that out. Lead with peace. And I haven't even talked about the eclipses yet, which is crazy. So we also in September have 2 eclipses, the full moon eclipse and the new moon eclipse. I think it's on the 7th and the 21st, which also some of my favorite numbers ever. So I love that that's happening. And this is just an amplification of the transformation energy. Again, I'm not an astrologer, so go check out someone else's video that delves deeper into that. But what this is going to do, again, it's aligning with the snake energy of transformation. So this is going to be amplifying the transformation inside of us. It's going to be amplifying the releases and amplifying the increases of energy. So we're really coming into our greater sovereign state here through this time, and it's so exciting. And more of our soul is coming in online, more of our interdimensional self is coming online. There's a lot of growth and transformation in this month. So again, give yourself so much grace and love and compassion during this time. Continue to be stable, continue to come back to your breath and align with the highest good. And these eclipses are truly meant for us to look at the shadow straight up and be like, hey, shadow, do better. Hey, lower self, let's rise. Let's do better. Let's learn how to integrate ourselves even stronger. Let's learn how to be in our own body even stronger. There's a lot of really beautiful things happening during this. And again, don't get too deep in the mind about it. Really tune into the heart about it. Really tune into the feelings that are coming forward, because that's the easiest way to move through a lot of these old karmic cycles, is to feel to heal, right? Instead of overthinking it. Sometimes overthinking it or overcompensating in the mind creates disconnect from the body. And it's all about this mind-heart cohesion where you can connect these two and really tuning into the heart at this time. And again, these moments of transformation can cause these moments of turmoil, but the focus isn't on the chaos or the turmoil. The focus is on the things that we are integrating in. So when we're saying be present in the moment, be present on what you are bringing into your reality. Again, be present in the things that you're releasing. Feeling is healing. That's very important. But in those moments, if you're feeling like you're just delving just into a space that you're like, oh, I don't know if I'm doing what I need to do. Also, remember to integrate that light as well as the dark. So we don't want to just do so much shadow work that we're digging ourselves into a depression hole, but it's all a balance between the light and the dark. That's very essential. If you're having a hard time with that balance, learn to go into a space of observation or 0 point energy or meditation where you just become the observer. You don't need to attach to everything that you're going through at that time. Sometimes just coming into the breath, recognizing the moment, seeing things for what they are, and then moving through it is going to be the most beneficial during this time. And again, like I'm talking about, just be present and focus on the new energy that you are anchoring in. It's going to be a natural process because, like I said in the beginning, you're going to be surprised by a lot of your responses here. Our baseline frequency has lifted, so we're going into a higher state of being naturally. You're just going to be surprised by yourself. So give yourself that space to be surprised. Spend a lot of time in nature. Witness Gaia outside of you as a reflection of who you are. If she's going through transformation this fall season, look at that happening outside of you as just a natural force that is inside of you. Gaia is the macrocosm, you are the microcosm, you guys are all interconnected. So when you can spend time with Gaia and you can witness her transformation, you're also witnessing and observing your own transformation, which can be so cathartic and so harmonious in itself. So that's a beautiful thing. Another message that I had gotten earlier this morning in my healing session was when the trees turn their leaves into a golden color and they fall on the ground, they're saying that this year that falling holds so much intention where these golden leaves are touching the ground and amplifying the earth with abundance and amplifying the ground with streets of gold is what they're saying, because these leaves are turning gold and this beautiful yellowy color or whatever fall color. Maybe you're not in an area that changes color, but just use that analogy of the fall changing in the trees and all of this stuff as beautiful abundance that is taking place in our reality. And we are anchoring in heaven on earth. We are anchoring the golden streets. I'm just so excited for this. Last thing here before we get out of here, last thing is lots of self-care is required. No longer deny yourself the things that you need. That is totally in the old matrix. When you start taking care of yourself and start feeling into your own body, that is a frequency of the new earth, and you're going to be ushered into the new earth. If you're really resisting the new earth because you're just maybe certain work that you're doing or certain environments that you're in, it's going to show up, unfortunately. So if you have been really questioning, should I stay in this job? Should I, all of this stuff, Spirit's going to show you if it's in alignment with you or not. So just stay tuned for that energy. Be open for transformation that might be taking place if it's not in alignment with you, and just allow Spirit to usher you through this time with ease. Continue to just anchor in ease. Continue to be with your breath, with your body, be in the moment, and love life. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this energy update. I'm excited for September. I really do love a moment of transformation and chaos. I was born in 2001, year of the snake. I love a transformation, I'm not gonna lie. So this September, this serpent energy, I'm so excited for, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Have a good one. Mwah.